Hey, welcome back. 22 minutes after 7 o'clock. Nice to see Ed Wallace on a Monday morning. I can't wait to hear the sound of this engine. This is a lot of engine packed into a kind of a medium-sized car.
Well, Tim,
good morning, Ed.
Good morning, Lauren and Tim. You're right, Tim. Believe it or not, we have a bigger engine coming for this car. This one's got like 485 horsepower in it. It's a Challenger. We've done it before. We had retro cars come out a few years ago. Ford redid the Mustang. The Camaro shows up. Dodge comes up with the Challenger. Now, nicely equipped with a V6 engine, you can buy them. I think there's some on sale this month for around $22,000, $23,000. This one's going to be almost $45,000. And the difference, it has some options on it, is that 485 horsepower engine. Of the retro cars that came out, I always said the Mustang was the most nimble, the Camaro had the best looks, but if you were going to go on a long distance drive anywhere across America, it's the Challenger hands down. It's that great of a road car. It's different when you put a huge engine into it. Now, I got tickled. A couple of my friends said, one of the things you're going to notice is we redid the dash in this car and it's more retro. Two friends told me that worked at Chrysler stores, and I'll be darned, I remember the 1970 Challenger and don't remember it having digital gauges and or a navigation system in it. Air conditioner blows extremely cold. This particular unit has air-conditioned seats. The radio, much better than average. I can't find fault with this car at all, except 485 horsepower mated to a 6-speed manual transmission. That may be the one downside to this car for me, although people inclined for this are going to love it. This is like the Mercedes E55 we reviewed. If you drive it normally, you're going to be going everywhere at 90 miles an hour. You've got to back off on this car in order to drive it with everybody else because it has so much torque. Everything you do, the second you touch the gas, this car is going to nail you to the back seat. Now, we've got the same trunk as always with the Challenger. It is infinitely bigger than you would think for a car this size. So that's really nicely done. So, this one's called the Scat Pack. 485 horsepower and a big V8. We have the Hellcat coming in the future. 700 horsepower. And it's going to come with two keys to it. One key when you start it up will give you the horsepower about like this car. It's going to have a special red key if you start it up with that. It goes to the 700. I'm going to assume that's if your teenage son wants to borrow your car for a date, you give him the key that only gives him 500 horsepower so he doesn't get in trouble like it's 700. And that one we'll try to review next year on Earth Day. For those who want a lot of power in an incredible driving car, this is it. But I don't know how many people want to do that anymore. With that, y'all have a good week.
Thanks, Ed.
You just want to put the pedal to the metal, huh?
I want him to start it up for
Zoom,
me.
zoom.
I want to hear boom, boom, boom,
I know
boom,
you
boom,
do.
boom, boom, just sitting there,
That'll
burning
get you
gas.
going.
Ed's on the radio, 570 KLIF on Saturdays. His car column also Saturdays in the Fort Worth Star Telegram.